Here are the horoscopes for the 25th of November to the 1st of December 2024. So we have a very Sagittarian period upon us because we have the Sun moving through Sagittarius up until the winter solstice, and we're also entering a Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, and by the end of the week we have a new moon in Sagittarius. So real focus there on Sagittarian energy, which is big-hearted, wise and truthful. So during this month, during the Mercury retrograde, we're going to need to revise and make sure we're coming from core truth. So the retrograde will be from the 26th to the 16th of December, which all falls within the solar month of Sagittarius. And if you're following along with your own chart, we're going to go back from 22 degrees back to 6. So find that place in your chart, what house it's in, whether there's any planets that will be transited by this Mercury retrograde. So it's about being able to see things clearly. Sagittarius is the sign that points its arrow directly to galactic centre, wants to shoot straight to the point, find universal truth. And we'll actually go on a long journey in order to find that, gathering information, gaining wisdom, having adventures, in order to come back home to what is essential and pure. So this Mercury retrograde will be about breaking programming, not having to know, but going on an adventure, exploring your beliefs, revising the assumption behind those beliefs. What's the base of what you believe in? What's the core equation? Because in order to have an independent and free mind, we need to take the reins and not just accept packages given to us from the outside. So working through the houses, if this falls in your first house, you're going to need to revise your view of yourself. Then changes made there will change how other people view you, because it's always starting on the inside first to be reflected back on the outside. If it's in your 10th house, you'll be looking at your trajectory and life purpose. Is your arrow pointed directly to your North Star, or are you climbing someone else's ladder for an idea of success and validation? If it's in the 6th house, you'll be looking at the use of your daily energy and how that impacts your health. So are you in alignment there with your best interests? Or are you giving away your energy to daily pursuits that are draining you and not going to be fulfilling? If it's in the 11th house, you might be revising your energy to do with the group. Are you surrounding yourself with vibrationally matched people? Are you working in harmonious teams, meritocracy? Or is there imbalance there that needs to be adjusted? Finding your own true place in the team and achieving more as a result. So really important to learn the houses. Like I say, I have a standalone module where I can teach you to do this and relate it to your own chart. But Mercury retrogrades of the last few years have been very important because it's an opportunity to change our mind. And now Pluto's in Aquarius, heading towards the gorgeous date of the 20th of January, when it will conjunct the Sun moving into Aquarius. Then Aquarius is about know thyself and having a free mind. So this Sagittarius month is a real warm-up to that, to get to the centre of everything, to recenter and to unlock old beliefs, patterns and behaviours. They say the mind is a cage locked from the inside. So even realising our power, that we have the key, that we can open the door, that we can expand our consciousness, is powerful in itself. But the mind is the servant and the heart is the master. So during this fiery and confident Sagittarius month, it's time to put the heart back in the driving seat and give the mind tasks to do that's in alignment with our true desires. And this really is one of the key steps of self-mastery. So Mercury will be retrograde until the 16th of December. Everything that's come up in your story for the last 3 weeks is about to be shown to you, or you'll see the ability to change or what needs changing. And that means from 16th of December to the 6th of January, those changes will then be reflected back to you. But this is actually a very deep week because we're heading into the dark moon before the new moon at 9 degrees Sagittarius at 6:19 in the morning UK time on the 1st of December, so Sunday. So really this Mercury retrograde coming in before that will be digging up the last remnants of the Scorpio energy that we've been holding, revealing secrets, showing motivations, shedding a light on what's been happening behind the scenes. But then we step over the threshold of this new moon on the 1st with Sun and Moon and Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. Then we're in a time of revealing and clarity and burning through anything that's not true. And the chart for the new moon in Sagittarius shows us that Mercury retrograde is still opposite Jupiter. So Jupiter being the ruler of Sagittarius, we have that desire to take our minds inwards, clear space, and focus on our mastery, raise our consciousness, and to become sovereign to our own mind and spirit. So a very powerful opposition there on this new moon chart. So retrogrades are always a blessing. If we kept tearing off in the wrong direction, we'd find ourselves miles from our target. So it's a chance to realign, revise, rethink and recenter. Then when we do shoot that arrow, coming out of the retrograde, we'll be on target. I'll be doing a podcast with JB Astrology tomorrow, talking about Sagittarius and the Mercury retrograde. If you'd like to tune into that on Instagram, my Insta is ZoeHines7. So have a look at your chart, have a look at where Sagittarius is, where 6 to 22 degrees Sagittarius is. See if you can tune back in to what your story's been so far, what has been coming up as necessary challenge, conflict or problematic revealed to you in the last few weeks, because that's where you can make the changes. I post these videos on YouTube, Zoe Astro, Facebook, Astro Zoe, and I am available for personal readings, courses and coaching, zoehines7@gmail.com. So it feels like a preparatory week. We're going into the dark still, clearing out the final experiences that we've had during Scorpio, going into the dark moon, revising our motivations, our assumptions, really getting to the core of what matters and what's real. And the new moon on Sunday will have a brighter and more direct approach to that. So for this week we honour the inward journey, the reflection, meditation, listening, observing and connecting to our inner guidance system. So very big weeks ahead. We've got to take them one at a time, but that's our directive for this week, all preparing us for a very fresh start at the end of January, when we truly enter into the new Aquarian frequencies. But for that we need to be clean, pure and true in order to receive them. So wishing you a reflective and transformative week, and I'll see you next week.